All right, perfect. Let us begin. So, there's going to be a video update that will explain where I'm at and what I have left to do. This is my current tasks, and as you'll see, it's actually pretty small compared to the things that I ended up doing already. Anyways, as bugs and stuff occur, I add to it, I delete from it, so maybe it's less impressive than I think it is, but yeah, let's get started. So the next task I'm going to be doing here is magic shops. I already have most of the section done. The shop code is shared with all the shops, so it's really just programming specifically how magic shops work in the Where's menu is not used, but the item, actually the Where's menu is used. That's what I needed coding. Never mind. I was quite nearly wrong. So here we go. It gets the name. It takes the buy price. That's been put together. So let's put the magic store in and see what happens. Items, black magic. Let me see here. Might not fit, but let's give it a shot. Over here, I'm gonna have to look at my abilities. Okay, so it's going to be 5, 6, 7, and 8. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna undo that. I was keeping the ones that I hadn't done yet looking all ugly, so it just makes it a little bit more convenient for me. All right. Hey, what's up? I am coding a remake of the original Final Fantasy on NES. About to put in some shops and then I'll be running it, and so at that point you'll be able to see a little bit what it looks like, but I need to get this done real quick. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shopkeeper, you know what? I'm going to leave the decor as it is because I want to test this and see exactly where it is I need to proceed from, but let's have a look-see. Okay, so that's white magic and that is black magic. So let's test. The NPCs, always good for getting in your way. Alright, there we go, perfect. The price is wrong, but I know why it is. That's a cheap magic, if you ever played the original game. So yeah, there's no logic implemented for actually purchasing spells, but... And also, I was right. It doesn't fit in the name. Alright. The way the original game handled it was... it lied, so part of trying to keep the original game intact also requires me to cheat a little bit here or there. So here we go. Buy price is equal to 100 and buy price is equal to 100. Since magic doesn't actually have a value for its cost, it actually has to be set by the store itself, which is kind of an interesting side effect for how the data is stored. That variable was meant to allow you to adjust prices, and so technically it still works, but at the same time it works in a sort of goofy kind of way. Alright, here we go. Let's move on. So we know that it works there, so the next step is to go into the where's, into the step event. So you'll see right now it says when page is 0 to do stuff, and there's no other page, there's only page 0. So that is why magic can't currently be purchased, is because there's no logic after you press the A button at that point. So if we look here, we'll see that I have magic set as 1. This is a magic number, so I don't prefer it. However, I'm going to use it. Let's see here. So what we need it to do is say, I could use the same scene logic that, you know, I'm gonna plagiarize and just use the same logic that weapons and items use. And that was the menu. So actually, it'll be almost the identical. Yeah. So here we go. Our where is cursor position. Our mode is equal. I'm gonna say 1. Value is equal to magic get attribute. Scene where magic name. Oops, that's skill name. Skills and magic are both in the same data structure, so there you go on that. In case you're wondering what the hell. If page is equal to 1. Value is equal to scene by price. Speech text, blah, gold, okay. Blank, cursor position. And we don't need a second break there, obviously. Okay, cool, perfect. Here we go. I can always go back and change the purchase logic later, so there's no real reason to not do this, to not plagiarize the crap out of it. Page is equal to 3, cache is equal to true, travel 1, active 2, that's all correct. Mode, blah, blah, blah. Where's menu? So, in the step menu, there's what I'm looking for. Default. Is correct. Magic case store. Basically, it's just checking what kind of a store it is so it can decide on the processing. I believe it will set the value. If not, yeah, we handle that down here, which is fine. Who will take it? Actually, let's be a little better than that, I guess. And we'll plagiarize again, because then we'll be able to reuse the scene logic, so that's good. Be like, who will learn it? Speech blank, page is equal to 4. See, we already needed this logic, so this is actually good. I'm just plagiarizing what came before. We'll streamline it a little bit later, but the code that will actually allow you to learn magic does not exist yet, so that's what we'll be doing. But first off, cost is equal to by price, scene by price. Party gold is less than cost, success is equal to this minus that, else success is equal to party learn magic. So as you can see, we don't have a person yet. That's going to be commands. No, that's not correct. Oh, yeah, actually, nope, that was good. Cursor position. I know why I did that way. Okay. So now we need a script that will be party learn magic. Up here to my script section. Scripts, actors, party, create party learn magic. Close that up, so don't need it anymore. Go ahead and close that. I'm just going to open it up here. There we go. prefer to have my macros and stuff open up here because I have to edit them a lot. So let's see here, description, bool party learn magic, and it will be skill and target. Target will be required for this one. At param skill param target. There we go. We're good to go. Next up is going to be, all right, so our ID is equal to argument 1. If ID is less than 100,000, then ID is equal to party ID, argument 1. If ID is not equal to undefined. So basically all we've done there is we've made sure that the actor we're trying to teach the spell to exists. It has a little bit of extra code so that you can pass the actual party position number. Otherwise, you can pass the actual physical ID of the actor themselves. Alright, so first off we need var level is equal to magic get attribute, argument 0, magic flags, dragon skill flags, and 7. Is that 7? No, it's F. Okay, and F. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated because we have to essentially... The way magic is stored is a bit complex, so I need my level first. Magic is simply stored as an identifier, so argument 1 or argument 0 is that identifier. So first we need to determine how many spells the character has. Essentially, do they have enough space in their inventory to learn this spell? So our start is equal to level minus 1. Actually, let's just put the minus 1 up here since it's going. If I were to look at my spells, first 4 bytes indicate the level. It is from 1, so that's perfect. Okay. It's going to be level times 3. Essentially, it's they are stored in groups of 3. So now we have to find our first open spot, which is going to be 4 bar I is equal to 0, or is equal to start. I is less than start plus 3, I plus plus. Okay, so if ID magic I is not equal to 0, then continue. Otherwise, ID magic I is equal to argument 1 or argument 0, and we return true. So essentially, if it doesn't find a spot to put the spell, it returns false. If it does, it returns true. Alright. So success is equal to party learn magic this. There we go. Switch. Scene type. Case store. break. Plagiarizing your own work is an excellent idea. It saves a lot of time. So, can't learn. That's someone else. There we go. So, save. That should be it. It should be possible to learn magic now. Let us test it and find out. Now, the thing is, these actors have full magic lists, so we should actually get the error that they can't learn any more magic. Should probably have set up my debug stuff beforehand, but I'm doing it this way. That is not the proper price. Let us try again. It probably still would have worked, but I'm just gonna nip that in the bud right there. So where's okay, that was all very strange. Let's do that. There we go. Not sure. Okay, I remember why that's like that for the other one. In fact, get rid of why do extra work. And this is just going to be seen by price. There we go. Cut straight to the chase. Test engaged. Do 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 do. Let's see here. Alright, cure. 100 gold. Yay. And then Dill will try to learn it, but Dill can't learn that. Perfect. That proves to some extent that it's working. As I said, I probably should have gone up here and edited their magic so that, there we go, I've removed one of Dill's spells. I'm trying to also make a post at the same time. Doesn't make for compelling watching. Try to focus. Alright, there we go. Cure. Yes, Barry can't learn it, but Dill can learn it. Now we hit escape. Magic Dill. Cure. Now, what I also need to do, I always say we, like you're doing stuff with me. You're not, I'm doing all the work here, but, what I need to do is prevent that duplication. So as you can see, that was not entirely correct. Also, the logic for preventing people who can't learn spells is not in yet. I will, of course, have a force method, so we'll just code that in right now. Force. So essentially what that will do is if so basically what we'll do is I'm going to put in a part here that'll essentially figure out who can actually use the spell, and then if it's been forced, bar force. Then it'll teach it to them regardless of their ability to learn it. Argument 2. Oh, this is going to be false. If argument count. Let's see here. Is greater than 2, then force is equal to argument 2. So there we go. That's kind of a way that you can build. There's probably a better way, but that's kind of a way you can build variable aspects. Why is it doing that? Everything's properly closed. LNY skill class usable. There we go. That tells us who it's useful by. Now, this is where it actually gets really easy, because all I have to do to figure this out is if force, so if it's not forced, and, so if you force it, it'll skip this check. Okay, if not force, and party get attribute, argument 1, character class, class and 0, then return false. There we go. Now it should also tell Dill he can't learn the spell because he's a fighter and he's not supposed to have magic. Let's test that, make sure it works. I could just write all the code, but I find that a lot of time is wasted, you know, compiling, testing code, so sometimes it's best to just write it all at once. Still can't learn that. Perfect. So there we go. As mentioned, it works. Okay, the other test is we have to decide if that character already knows that spell. So I'm going to change this to work a little bit differently. What I could do is I could run the loop twice. I could be like, hey, check for that spell, and then undefined. I could run the loop and say, hey, okay, check for that spell. If not, run the loop, then find the spot. But I'm going to do both of them at the same time. So this is already in here. If ID magic I is equal to argument 0, saying we already know the spell, return false. So there we go. That's all the check we needed to make sure that we don't have to learn that magic. ID magic. So now what we're going to do is, instead of doing this when we find a free space, we will do this. Yes, because we needed to check all of them. Perfect, okay. If free is equal to undefined, this is why I like undefined, because it's a value that you can use to decide this variable hasn't been used yet. So this is going to be free is equal to I. So it's going to do the loop, it's going to check all of them. If it finds that spell, it's going to return false. If it doesn't, then let me see here. So if free is not equal, I still need that. I got rid of that for no reason. If free is not equal to undefined, then do that thing we got rid of. Make magic equal to that. So there we go. That should be the complete loop now. If ID is less than 100. Okay, so for the sake of doing this, I'm going to try two things. I'm going to have to do two tests. It's kind of annoying, but I'm going to have to do two tests. First one's going to be to test to make sure it won't let my fighter learn magic, because he's a fighter and he shouldn't be able to learn magic. And the second one will be to check for the free space. Still can't learn that. This is... Also, you notice the storekeeper's not in there. I'm going to do that in a minute, and you'll kind of get to see how that works. Okay. that worked. So now what I need to do is force a spell to be learned. So now it will bypass the class check for eligibility. Need to put in a comment for that. It's one of those things that's easy to forget. Be like, what did force do? Let's see here. Alright. Dill can't learn that because he already has cure. Dill can't learn that. He doesn't have harm. Dill can't learn that. Let me make sure he has space to learn. First off, he shouldn't have harm like that. Why does he have harm? It's like it gave it to him anyways. That's not good. Now we get to see troubleshooting commence. Alright. If I were to look at my magic, I do not have harm. So, I go, hey, I want to learn harm. Still can't learn that. Someone else? However, it appears it still gave him harm. And the position that it gave it to him at is very important, so I think I know what's going to... So it gave it to him one after. When we look at the var I bit... Oh, I see what I've done here. There we go. And he did learn it. I probably should have checked my gold. I bet it charged me. No, it didn't charge me. Okay, let's try to not be a dumb... Okay. Try not to be completely idiotic on camera. There we go. Alright, so now he should be able to learn it. It was putting it in the last slot, but it was still returning false because I never told it to return true, so... That was just a default response I was getting. I bet he learns it now. So cure, Dill can't learn it. Harm, Dill learns it. Fog, Dill can't learn it. And Ruse, Dill can't learn it. Now we look at my magic. We'll see that Dill has learned harm. There we go. So yeah, honestly that should work for everything. I mean, just for the sake of testing and stuff, I'll test black magic real quick and make sure that store also works, but considering all the code is shared between the two, if one works, every spell in the game should now work. I like coding that way. Hopefully you code that way as well. It's a good way of doing it. Teach Dill fire. Dill can't learn that because he has too many spells. So what do we have here? Dill now has a fire spell. Now I would like to put in the ability for you to rearrange your magic, and it's all stuff. I'm probably not going to do that today because it's not important. Let's go into a battle and have Dill use his newly acquired fire spell. Boom, that is a fight. Might get to see some death animations here. That is definitely a bug I need to fix at some point. I'll probably do that next. It's on my to-do list. The cursor, not where it's supposed to be. So the imp takes fire to the face. You don't like it so much. Take that. And he is terminated successfully. This might be a level up level though, because that's enough enemies. If somebody survives. The other thing that's not in yet is you don't use up your charges when you're doing magic. He'll go ahead and use a cure spell. Use a fire spell. Ooh, I don't know if he's going to be alive long enough. There's a problem with his palette, I can see. Come on, use a cure spell. Boom. Barry is saved from death. His idol's not working correctly either. I'm going to have to look into that as well. And Dill is dead. Come on, Barry, you can do this. think I have my respond rate up kind of slow right now. It does use the respond rate just like the original Final Fantasy. Some things take a set amount of time, but the respond rate doesn't. Let's close that up for now. I'm not going to sit through that. So we're going to start up. Respond rate is currently 4. Just do 8. That's fine. Respond rate 8. That's the fastest the original had. Okay, so let's fix some bugs that I just spotted there. Would be a good use of my time. Don't need the shop menu for now because everything's currently functioning as far as I give a crap. And that you can buy it. So the clinic and the inn don't work. So let's see here. Clinic and inn need logic added. So there we go. Even sometimes when I intend to fix it immediately, I still like to put it in the to-do list just to make sure, in case I get distracted, that I remember it's there. Okay, don't need shop wares, don't need shop. What I do need is battle. These are my scripts. Let's go down to objects. Battle. Battle scene battle. Windows. Battle scene command. Step event. Input event, there we go. Alright, so when you say OK with magic, it needs to reset the cursor position, which is what it's not doing here. That's for the B button. Oh no, go back. Sorry for the A button. Try that one more time. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Cursor set to 0. Cursor hidden. Input cleanup. Target undefined. To be fair, the resolve step returns back to. Should be 0 anyways there. Not sure if that's going to matter. That should fix that bug. I'm not going to test it because, as I said, it should fix that bug. So the next step is going to be making it so you can use items outside of combat. It is under the menu. So this is one of those places where I, excuse me, actually want to deviate from the original game a little bit. For purposes of convenience, and as time goes on, I'm going to do a little bit more of these, but so let's close this up real quick. For battle, there is nothing, so let's go ahead and open up object scene menu, create event. And then I'm gonna need another, so I'm just gonna dupe out my window item list. It's gonna be window menu target. So this will be how you essentially aim at a character. I don't really want to go all out. I want it to be flexible enough to the task at hand. I'm just gonna one of those moments where I'm not quite sure how I want to implement this. So while I'm coming up with ideas, I'm just going to go ahead and strip out some of the logic in this, because obviously it's not going to work the same way. I also need to create it, so do it this way. This is not how I want to do this. It's probably not how I should do this. I do need to go through here and clean up this freaking logic at some point. Okay, so status window, equipment window. Sometimes you do something a certain way and then later on you're like, ugh. It's not how I want to do it. And this is one of them. There's some reused windows, and it's just kind of sloppy. So I'm going to, yeah. See, I did it the same way up there, so that's fine. Yeah. Oh, that'll work out. I love consistency. So, done. Now the window exists for all intents and purposes. I'm always forgetting the dimensions of my screen. Come on, there you go. 256 divided by 8, 32, so 32 by 30. I think I'd remember that. I don't. There's one space of 29. 29 minus 6 is going to be 23. That's going to be 17. 30. 30 minus 8. It'll have to be 8 tall, 10 tall, 30 minus 11. 30 minus 11 is 19, so that's 13. This is 6. This is 10. This is Bravo. And the answer to this one is true. Or false. This will actually be C. That variable determines the order in which things are stacked on the system layer, so that's just how I order things. Okay, so now a target window exists. At startup it will not be visible. That is determined by doing this. I don't think it has the open code, does it? Yeah, it does not. I'm gonna have to plagiarize another. One day I'd also like to put these together with specific parents that will handle these repeated tasks that I have a lot of them do. Draw. That. List. So list. 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 Am I building anything? Begin. This will actually be slightly smaller. List is equal to party members status none. There we go. It's just a fast way to get all of my party members. Just notice I have an error log in there, so get rid of that. Shut menu. Don't need that anymore. I don't think so anyways. Create. Need that data. That was it. Next not used. Travel -1. Not gonna use blank. It doesn't matter. If I do, I'll code it back in. Blank. All correct. I think this is going to actually be 3. I'll make it 2. That's fine. It can be 2. Draw is going to be list I name because it's equal to party members, so that's the fastest way of doing that. Change to font surface. That definitely doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Okay. There we go. So. I know how I'm going to do this. I know how I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to treat it kind of like we would otherwise. HP is equal to party get attribute list I character hit points string justify 3. Just do this a faster way. MHP bar HP max HP justify 3 string print. See, I don't want to do that every step. I'm gonna have to cache this data. It'll be alright. It's a little bit of extra work over here, but that's it. It's a lot of extra work over here. Let's do it this way. There we go. Alright, list is equal to that. For var I is equal to 0, I is less than array length 1D part list I plus plus. So here we go. List I is equal to I want to keep that the same, so that's just going to be list I list I plus 1 is equal to string justify HP plus this plus max HP. The justify is going to have to be higher, so 6, 7, I guess we can do 8 this time. Delete. up a little bit. Alright, there we go. So max HP is equal to list I character HP, character MH, max hit points. And then we put that together. So when we get to the draw phase, all we'll have to do is draw +1. Dex is equal to I times 2. Index and index +1. So all of that should work now. We've built our list of party members. We made their HP show up. So now we just need some way for it to actually exist. I will put that in later, but that's how that's going to work. For the time being. Everything else is a-okay. Cache is equal to false. Good. I don't want it running that just yet. So what I need now is to go to the item menu. Step. Just under item. Item list. That works out. Okay, so now what we need is var action is equal to item get attribute the inventory scene cursor position. If action is equal to 0, play the sound, else do another thing. Else if no. Go up to my macros over here. Items. Action. There we go. Probably change that on all of them, but the default for most of them is action none. 0. So in this case, heal performs. We'll just have it perform the cure ability for now, which is 0-1. Probably change that later on, but for now, its ability is 0-1. Pure is 19 and soft is 29. 19 and 29. There we go. Okay, so sound is going to be sound cursor select. Now what I need to do is go window target travel is equal to 1 scene window target travel active is equal to 2. That's going to make it exist. So we've made it active, we've made it appear, so that's good. What I need to do here is active is equal to false. Scene cursor position is equal to 0. Scene cursor hide is equal to true. Active is equal to false. That's all that has to do. So we'll play the sound, it will deactivate, it will activate the target window, which will then appear. It'll transfer the cursor over to that window. Now what I want to do next is going to seem a little counterintuitive, but it probably makes sense, which is, since other things can use this, I need if button B is equal to key pressed, button B is equal to key pressed, then sound is equal to SFX cursor select. That is correct. That is correct. Put that there. Put that there. So, go to the item list. When it presses OK, I'm going to have to set a few more variables. Scene, window, target is equal to ID. Scene, window, target, menu is equal to party, inventory, scene, cursors, position, action. You know what I just realized? I do need blink functionality, so... Or I could skip it. Who gives... I'm just gonna skip it right now. I don't know why I did that. It doesn't even do anything. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put in some minor functions here. So what's going to happen is actives equal to false. Target is equal to undefined, menu is equal to undefined, okay, menu active is equal to true, menu travel is equal to -1. I think that's it. Active gone, travel down, clear menu and active. I will also, because it's good, I will go scene cursor hide is equal to true. Scene cursor position is equal to last, so I am going to do that as well. Let's make this all very convenient. Window target last is equal to scene cursor position. Let's add another one to this. Last is equal to undefined. Honestly, it doesn't need these, but I'm going to use. There we go. So it's going to hide that menu. It's going to transfer the cursor over to the item menu. It's also going to blank is equal to 1 second div 6, and there we go. If blank is more than 0, exit. Blank is more than 0. And in begin step, blank is greater than 0, blank minus minus, and exit. So there we go. Blank functionality has been added. When you press A, it will blank. When you press B, it should return processing to the previous menu. So Let's see if it does. Let's see if it does. I need to put my camera over there because every time I look over here, it's me looking at you. You don't know it, but it's true. Can you target height, not set before reading it? Why is it doing that? I know why it's doing that. Divide or open 0 is equal to 0. There we go. That's why I said I need to standardize this code at some point. It's going to be annoying, but it really needs to be done. Okay. So we've pressed A. I think it's full of shit. I don't think it's happening there at all. Party in there. Oh! Yes. Yes. Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. I'm just gonna do it this way. This is a much better idea. Let's do it this way. What the hell did I even type here? Alright, target is going to be this, which I probably won't use. This is going to be ID. Wow. Did I even... Was I awake when I did this? Yeah, menu active is equal to true. Okay. I will not actually do anything right now because reasons. I should. Oh my goodness! I don't really want to do that. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do it right now. Not going to do it right now. Okay, fail. This is good. So now it says playing. And therefore it was. I also need to cache true on that, don't I? That would be smart. Just continue. Okay, wow. That all looks just awful. Just awful. I also believe I typed 8, so why does it look like 6? Window target, because I put 6. There's 8. Okay. One day I will standardize all the menu code in this game, and it will be glorious. I'm not going to do that today, though. Alright, scene, window, target, travel, blah, 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 blah. So now when it caches itself... Confused. Unless I'm returning nobody for my party, which I guess could happen. I don't believe so, though. There's no up and down code, but I'm just trying. Yes, it is returning 2 party members, so hooray. Draw. Blank is equal to 0. That should fix it. Key. I love the debugger down here, because it is really, really shitty sometimes. Like, sometimes it just flat out lies at what caused the crash, but like, right here you can see variable door canaria items. That was not involved in this in any way, shape, or form. This, however, was. Sometimes it's okay, and then sometimes, nope, it wrong as hell. I think you're full of shit. That's what I think. Okay, var index times 2, hooray! String print. So it is saying that it indeed. Oh, Okay, something's wrong. I see what I've. Okay, that should work. Should work. It's just a dumb mistake. Me being this stupid. Oh my goodness, what now? What do you mean out of range? I know why that's doing that. Still, nonetheless. Regardless. Still annoyed. Still annoyed. Oh my goodness! Anybody ever tell you you're full of shit? The length of... I know why. I'm gonna undo all this, and I'm gonna fix this the way it should be fixed. There we go. That would be the proper way to go about doing this. So let's do it that way instead of using a bunch of weird hacky workarounds. Oh, what the I should just go over this whole thing with a fine-tooth comb and just go. I've given up on the chance that it's going to work. I mean, it's going to eventually, but instead of being enthusiastic, like, boom, that was it. I'm gonna pass for now. Okay. That's all sucked up, but that's not even what that should say. That's what that should say. Okay, step should be good now. Should be. It's gonna be. Oh yeah. It's gonna be good. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I used 7, which should be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is correct. And here it should be justify. It's justify 8 for some reason. Justify 7? Even if it was justify. I know why. Okay. It's gonna be awesome. Just you wait. Just you wait. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, the window's still the wrong size, but should be 9. Should be the size of it to make that work. So this needs to be 9, and this needs to be 16. Let's put in a little bit more code here so that this will work. Oh, plagiarize away, plagiarize away. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Left and right will not be used. Cursor. Scene cursor position -1. Boom. Position +1. Bar size is equal to array length 1D list. So here we go. There we go. So position -1, position +1. If position is less than 0, if position is equal to size plus size minus size. There. Scene cursor position is equal to size position. There we go. All right, let's test and see if all that stuff does things now. Ah, yeah. Test all the buttons, make sure everything works, whatever. Okay, that ain't working. And I know why. Div 2. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. I'm just gonna div it. I'm gonna div it. I assume you're trying to piss me off. Nope. Position. How it worked to begin with is beyond my comprehension. Let's see here. Super dumb way of doing that, but I'm just gonna do it that way. Get rid of this. Get rid of And there we go. There we go. It should be good now. Let's see here. Okay, both characters are now selectable. Pressing B goes back a bit too far. I believe it deactivated itself, but now I'm getting the feeling that it did not, or that it just doesn't give a shit. Active is equal to false. Active equal to false. Just keep going. That's that. Down to here. Boom. Now that has sound. Oh, do. So I pressed B, and for some reason, it went all the way back. Even if that was the case, it still, for all intents and purposes, should never do that. It's not making. Okay, that's why. That's why. That'll fix it. It's just performing the B button for both objects in the same frame. That's what's happening. Cursor's not coming back to life. Okay. The heck did I just do? I think I pressed like page up or page down. That button doesn't even do anything. Okay, that must have been what happened. Okay. Let's double check. I don't think 0's out of range, but see, this is an example of it just flat out lying. This is, none of this code is the culprit at all. We need to do here. If party inventory, oh. I know exactly why that's happening. Or do I? Divided by 3 is 7. There are 22 items. That's not an even number. That puts 1 on the bottom line, which means there's 2 items that exist outside of memory. Yep. So here we go. Let me see here. If action is equal to undefined or action is equal to 0. Play the buzzer noise. Once again, you're a flippin' liar. Nonetheless, irregardless. Oh! Now, that's... okay. Okay. Yeah, that definitely would break that. There was no reason to touch that. That was a problem. How to solve this? And the best way to do it, honestly, go, that prevents that from crashing. So now what I need is a script that does the same thing as everything else. Okay, items. Party get item. I may already have this code. Actors, party. Okay, so now it's going to get the item. Alright, let me see here. Get. Let me see here. Returns the item or undefined. Okay, so what this needs to do is very simple. If argument 0 is greater than array length 1D, inventory, return undefined. If party inventory argument 0 is equal to 0, return undefined. Otherwise, return party inventory argument 0. Boom, there we go. Okay. So basically is going to do some checks, and those checks should be some checks mix. Some mixed checks. Checkers. Mixers. Also allows my inventory to be any size that I want to, or it can fail. Let's continue the party. See, that shouldn't happen. The check should happen before you go doing that. Oh, what the fucking hell? Why? Oh, I know what I did. Still annoyed. Still annoyed. Hate missing little stuff like that. Must have done something very bizarre. Anyways, let's fix that real quick. Oh, so joyous. So joyous. Think happy thoughts. Happy thoughts! Okay. Alright. Oh, I have made far more mistakes doing this than I would have liked to have. Bunch of just dumb mistakes, too. Okay, fix the fact that that's invisible now. B turns it invisible, quite on purpose. What I think I'm gonna do is just do that. We'll do that. We also set it to blank, right? Yeah. So blank is equal to 0. I really should just put that in as a default thing. If blank is greater than 0, blank minus minus, exit. Alright, there we go. A little extra functionality added. So blank is a feature I put in to sort of better emulate what happens in the original game. Which is that little blank out there. I don't want to fully emulate what actually happens because that would be a lot of work for very little reward. So this is basically just a recreation of it. You know what I'd like to do? I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put in the intro for it. Okay, let's... This is one of those quality of life things I'm gonna have. Target description. Target desk. Target text. How about that? That's nice and descriptive and not long. text. So this is going to be 13 plus 13 is 16, so this will be 17. It's only going to be 4 tall. It's going to be long. Alright, instead of creating a new window for all of them, a lot of them just reuse the windows, especially if they have the same functionality. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. This is true. Window menu text does not exist, so I am not mad that it crashed. I'm just mad that it crashed. Dupes this out. This is going to be very, very simple menu. I'm going to give it blank functionality as well. If blank is greater than 0, then exit. Step. If blank is more than 0, blank minus minus does that. Create blank equal to 0. Finally, text. This actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't care. Do not care. Next up is to go into ability data here. Text is equal to 9. Or I could just, yeah, that's what I was going to do anyways. So, heals some hit points. There we go. There's that. I need one for soft and pure. Covers stone status. Pure. Covers poison status. So it's probably too many characters for both of them. Now those have it. So that's all that I need. Print text 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Print 2. That should be everything. Should be. Should be. What are you talking about? No, it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Window text. I don't even know what the hell I wrote right there. That was weird. Weird, I say. Absurd at high speed. Okay, perfect. It's too low. Need to come up 1, but other than that, it's what I wanted. I'm bad at math. Okay. So, otherwise, all right. Var item is equal to party get item. Scene cursor position. and item get attribute, item 12, item action greater than 0, else the text is equal to magic get attribute item get attribute come on item 12 item action skill text perfect. Just give a description of what the little item does. Or crash. It could go either way right now. Yeah, I suppose not. I know what's causing that, but the question is... Have I just never exited out of this? So, let's... Don't know if I care enough, but I'm gonna... It's good enough for the time being. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, for some reason not playing the sound, but other than that, it's good. I thought I... guess I did not. Alright, so... item use... on... This is all quite annoying, isn't it? Text list. List is equal to party members status. So I'm going to cache that value. Text, on the other hand, so draw out all the text. List I is equal, no, it doesn't even need to. So I going to be that, index going to be that. So now we got to draw text, text. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so now when we go to our step event, we press A, make sure we have the information that we need. Alright, party use item. How do we? I know we kept track of what item we were supposed to be using, but I gotta double check on what. Come on. So it's going to finish number 12. That's going to be what we're actually pointing at. So what I'm going to do... party get item... last, I guess, is fine. See, I don't need to set target because target's going to be used for something else, I think. I think target's going to be used at all. Let's just do target. Let's get rid of last. So it's not going to be used anymore. So use item target on list scene cursor position. Boom, boom. Okay. For now, that's good enough because I have to write a script. use item. Bool party use item. Item target. See, I don't. Targets the inventory. I don't know what I use. See, those are going to have to be different topics. It's fine. So, party use item. Party. Come on. Party lose item. Target 1. Duplicate, I guess. Lose item. It's a little bit confusing, but screw it. Alright, party lose item. Party use item. Item and target. So, in this case, we've already shown what item we want to use. 12. So in that case, we're going to go okay. So that was the easy part. Now for the hard part. Time to plagiarize code or not. Yeah, this is why. So we're going to have to use a pared down version of basically what this is. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to just start deleting stuff out of it. Okay, so don't need the name, don't need flags, don't need action, because, oh, I do need action. It's going to be turned into effect. Don't need element, don't need accuracy, will need effectivity. Every effect is going to be helpful, so that's not going to matter. Success, fine. Effect, min, max, invert, might use those. Alright, so don't need this because success is always guaranteed. Don't need this because that won't matter. We'll need this, however. Let me see here. Let's go back. If a party get attribute, party get attribute, status dead, or no, character status, and god dang it, come on. Status dead. And return false because we couldn't use it on a dead man. Hooray. So here we go. Only two objects that can be used outside of battle are HP and status items. There will be a third kind that will come up, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Break. Break. Might be able to. Alright, so if it's status, then if get attribute target, or actually, you know what? Status. Status and party set attribute target character status to status. Should work. Okay. There we go. Don't need that anymore. Alright, status. To go. Party, set attribute, target, character status, status. So basically it's just going to remove whatever status that spell says to do. It doesn't do any checks because it doesn't have to. The only check was whether or not they're dead because it doesn't work on a dead person. Okay. If it's skill effect HP, then party add attribute target character HP F. There we go. So now I just need to double check this will correctly do that. Gonna have to do a check here. HP is equal to party get attribute target character HP. HP is plus equal to effectivity. HP is equal to clamp. HP plus effectivity to 0 and party get attribute target character max HP. Then set their HP to whatever that was. Okay, that's looking good. None of this stuff needs to work. Turn true. And there it is. Potions should work now. So what I'm gonna do is go into my debug startup. I'm going to artificially reduce their HP. We'll make him petrified, and we'll make him ID HP minus equal to 20. Why not? Why the flub not? It's because it's not HP, it's hit points. So don't need that, don't need that. Need effect. So this is equal to 0, return false, that's good. Effect. If target is less than 100,000, target is equal to party ID argument 0. If target is made to undefined, boom. Do these items, otherwise return false. Okay, there we go. So all the tricks and traps and whatever else I need. Need a log. So I just need the effect and the effectivity of the action. All right. So if they're dead, I'm also going to go var status is equal to party get attribute target character status, because this is going to be used. Status and dead, and return true. So essentially you use it, it just doesn't do anything. It's kind of a dick way of coding it, but it is what it is. Alright, so cure status, it will cure the status if it exists, and it will use the item. HP, if status and status petrified, return true. So essentially it will just waste it. Perfect. The way to test that will be to do this. Okay, so next will be party lose item. Okay, come on, brain, help me out here. If blah blah blah. All right. Now, just need to do a couple other things. So, items minus equal to 1 pushed over 4. If item and ff0 is equal to 0, then do this, and then else to inventory argument 0 is equal to item. Return true. So in that case it won't resort it, but in this case it will be the party sort inventory, because in this case we're going to remove the item. Party inventory argument 0 is equal to 0. Oh, yep. I was gonna say, why didn't it show me that parameter? So the parameter will be, make a new macro for this. Macro inventory sort. Global inventory sort. When you go to startup, we'll make for now, I'm just going to do it this way. It's going to be 7, 6, 6, 5, 6. I believe that's what I want. So alright, so it's going to be equal to 0. It will perform a sort. It will return true. Should be very, very easy. This target is equal to something else, isn't it? Target's just equal to scene cursor position, so yeah, don't do that. This is supposed to be target. Party get item target over 12 is the item we're using. List, scene cursor position, blah blah blah. Party lose item. There we go. So, hopefully this will work. I mean, it should if I did it correctly, but I probably didn't. Okay. Because that's not what it says. Getting a little hungry now, so now I'm getting grumpy. I start blaming the program. Okay, here we go. Ugh! Don't need list size anymore. Let's see what else I broke. Come on. God damn it! Okay. They're all self-induced bugs, which are, I mean, it's when you do something one way and then you change it and then... I'm not sure what happened there, but let's look at this one. List party members exclude none is what it should be. Exclude none. Just log my list here. Got 2 people, so why is the other person not showing up in the list? Text. Okay, that fixed that. Let's see what it was. New window target. Party use item. Does have an action, get the action, get the target status, action effect. That should be it. Just see. All right. Try again. Break 1. Okay, so first off, you're wrong and fuck you. Second off, this does not belong there. That is correct. Why is it? I see what I've done. Okay, that was it. That is the compile error. I'm gonna have to cut out here and get some food quickly, but I'd like to finish this real quick. Okay, that's the reason why it didn't actually do a gosh darn thing. party use item, party use item. Okay, 152 for an effect 0. That's our problem, is I'm getting an effect of 0. Action was 162, which doesn't seem right. Action was 42. Okay, 42. 42 is 28. Go down here. 28. I got 29. Did I just screw up that item? I don't think so. Did I count wrong? 41, 36, 25. No, something ain't right. Let's look at my item list real quick. So a soft is 29. This is 29. So when it gets action, it should be 29. 29 is 36 plus 9, which is 45. I'm seeing 41, which is not correct. So I must have the wrong item. My item is 162. My item is 162. 162 is 10-2. That'd be A2. A2, it's soft, 162. It's not getting the right action though. 29 is 45. However, it's showing up as 41. That does not make any sense at all. Unless action is wrong, which I guess it's possible, because I have to look and see if there's a 41 in there. Magic is 7, action is 7. 29. 32. I'm being stupid. 13. 41 is the right one. So something else is wrong. Oh, yes, it has no action. I know what's happening. Okay, so soft should be status for its action status. And pure cover is status, right? Status. Perfect. Okay, so the reason why is it actually did not have an effect assigned to it, which is a problem. It should not be that way. I know why that is, but Poison. Petrified. Okay. Yeah, I was missing a lot of data in that spell. I mean, it's directly from the table that's in the game because of blah 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 blah, but yeah, clearly not as much data as I should have. Now let's try this. Oops. 222. So, if it says status 0, then I know what the issue is. It's not recaching when it leaves the item menu, which means it's not updating the characters. We shall see. That looks good. So if I were to do this, he should be back to goodness. Very good. That's all working. Hooray. Let's get rid of the extraneous logs. Log. Let's just do a quick search for extraneous log entries. They are not there. Perfect. That's going to be the same script that's used in battle, so excellent. Party use item is good. I did not check to make sure that I was actually losing the item, and I need to also check what happens when I run out of items. Let's see here. Apparently that did not work quite correctly. Party use item. Or party, yes, party use item, not quite right. Set. There we go. Perform the ad in your own goddamn time. Alright, party use item, will be good. The things that we need to do now is, cache is equal to true. That needs to be done so that it will update itself. B button needs to set menu cache equal. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a little fancy with it. It's only going to recache the menu if something changed. Boom. Word. Also, party use item. This already does a party sort inventory, right? Party sort inventory if it loses it, so I don't have to do any sorting there. That will happen automatically, auto-magically. Still would like to change that so that it will cache properly when we press the B button. That for some goodness reason, I mean, that's probably a somewhat smart idea at the time, but scene menu. Alright, so we're gonna go 3 cache equal to true. And this should do it. It may not. It may not. Should. May not. That's good. Heal, 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 heal. Good. Everything collapses possible. The only thing that's wrong now is that it does need to cancel you when it happens like that. These items. If party get item target equal to undefined, then okay, so if you use all the items, it will automatically close it. That did not work. False. True. Yes, no further action. True. All right. Okay. Actually, I want to do this else. That is true. And there we go. Items are fucking coded in. That was annoying. Something incorrect is happening. Oh, it's not recaching the menu. Okay. Yep. Ooh, yep. Don't have to recache myself. Ooh, that bad. That bad. It's gonna be an A. Move it over some, I guess. Okay, so got all that stuff up and moving. Gonna add a couple other little quality of life things, but yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry and tired here, so I guess I'm just gonna cut it short for now. So everybody who watched or watches this in the future, hey, I hope you learned something and have a great day.